Thirsty, thirsty, trying to choose. I mean, I know I'm pretty cool. My nitty bag, my kitty boots. I got the juice, I got the juice.
Channel, Chatham's on. Foolies glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm on. Rest in peace.
I just want to say real quickly, rest in peace to former NBA head coach Flip Saunders, who passed away 3 days ago due to his battle with cancer. Now, in early August, he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma and was expected to miss this upcoming season so that he can recover and get better. Throughout his career, he coached the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Detroit Pistons, and the Washington Wizards. He won 52% of his games, was named the All-Star Game head coach 2 times, and was also known as the heart and soul of the Timberwolves organization. I just want to say once again, rest in peace, and we are all thinking about and praying for your family during this tough time. Look, I know the World Series started last night too, but when the NBA is back, the NBA is back. I'm sorry, there's nothing else to talk about. So we have to talk about the games last night. I'm going to give y'all my 3 teams to watch for. I'm going to predict who I think is going to win the NBA awards at the end of the season. Y'all might be surprised who I pick. And I'm going to give y'all the play of the day. That's cool. We can be out after that. All right? Let's get to it. So last night was opening night. 6 different teams took the floor, 3 different games. In the first game, the Pistons beat the Hawks 106-94. I didn't see the game, only saw highlights, but from what I saw, the Pistons looked good. Something in my eye. All 5 of their starters, get the message out the way. All 5 of the starters scored in double figures. Where was I at? That really messed me up. Oh yeah, all 5 starters scored in double figures. Caldwell Pope led the way with 21 points. Andre Drummond, 18 points, 19 rebounds. And Marcus Morris, who they got from the Suns, also had a double-double. So the Pistons were looking really good. Once they get Brandon Jennings back, I think there'll be a problem in the East. Watch for them. Second game of the night, the Cavs versus the Bulls. The Bulls got away with this one. They won by 2. Cavs had a chance to win it at the end on an inbound pass, but Jimmy Butler deflected it, went back court, and that was all she wrote. Butler ended with 17. Derrick Rose didn't have the greatest shooting night, but he kept attacking the basket. He ended with 18. On the Cavs side, LeBron James, 25 points, 10 rebounds, but it wasn't enough. In this third game, if you missed this game, the Pelicans versus Warriors, I'm sorry. You missed greatness last night. Steph Curry must have had something in the air. They got their championship rings. I don't know what it was, but he came out the first quarter swinging, and it was over from there. He scored 24 points in the first quarter alone. 24 points in the first quarter. Went on to drop 40. And that's all I really have to say about that game. He's ridiculous. I don't even what did I have down? I don't know. He's just ridiculous. He's a man amongst boys when he's playing with him out there, yo-yo, killing people with the step backs. I mean, he was crazy on a different level last night. And he's coming for that back-to-back MVP. Y'all better watch out. I'm telling you. We'll see what happens. My 3 teams to watch for this year, I'm letting y'all know early, so you can't say I ain't tell y'all. Miami Heat, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Sacramento Kings. Now, I'm not saying one of these 3 teams going to win the NBA championship. I'm not even saying that they're going to win their respective conference. What I'm saying is they're going to make some noise at some capacity this year. I'm telling you. They're going to give somebody some trouble. Now, I'm going to give y'all a quick little preview of why I think that. Then we can move forward. Cool? Cool. The Miami Heat. Now, we all know they had to get used to life after LeBron once he left for Cleveland. Excuse me. But now that he's gone and that transition year is over, look for the Miami Heat to really make some noise in the East. They need D-Wade and Chris Bosh to stay healthy in order to do anything. But if those 2 stay healthy, they got some pieces around them that can really push them forward. Dragic is coming back, his first full year with the team. Luol Deng provides experience at the 3. Hassan Whiteside came on strong for them at the end of last season, getting blocks, rebounds. He's just huge down there. And then this offseason, they picked up Gerald Green, one of the most athletic wings in the game who can score. Amari Stoudemire can be dominant down low. He had a really good preseason. And they drafted Justice Winslow from Duke, who attacks the basket, gives them some fresh legs. So, I mean, they got a squad. And they got Mario Chalmers, decent backup point guard. He knows how to knock down the 3 when he's open. And he knows what it takes to win. So, they got a legit 8 to 9 guys who can really compete and, make them a threat in the East. I really have them. I think they can be really good. I got them top 4 seed in the East. That's how good I think they can be. Top 4 seed, but we'll just have to see. Next up is the Milwaukee Bucks. This team is loaded with a lot of young talent. Michael Carter Williams, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think I said that right. Jabari Parker's coming back. They still got John Henson. They grabbed Greg Monroe over the offseason. I mean, they are loaded with young talent. And then they got the veteran guards, O.J. Mayo, Jared Bayless, Grievous Vasquez. Like, they have a lot of people that can play basketball at a high level. They're really deep. And it's going to be interesting to see how Jason Kidd plays all of these guys now. This can kind of be a good problem to have, especially over 82-game season. You switch lineups, rest some guys. So it's just going to be interesting to see what he does. But this Bucks team is deep. I'm interested to see what Giannis, how his game is improved, how Jabari Parker's going to come back from his ACL tear, how Greg Monroe's going to fit in this system. I got a lot of questions. Good questions. I got a lot of questions. I think they're going to be fun to watch, and I give them 5th or 6th seed in the East. I'm leaning towards the 5th, but, you got to give them that cushion. Stuff happens. So 5th or 6th seed in the East, they're going to be really
And last but not least, my Sacramento Kings. Now, I know some of y'all are probably looking at me like, the Sacramento Kings? Yes, let me tell you why. Because if you don't know, Rondo's my favorite player. And because with Rondo, the Kings now have a solid big three. They got Rondo at the 1, Gay at the 3, and Cousins at the 4. They moved DeMarcus Cousins to the 4, which I really like. Because now they can put Willie Cauley-Stein. I think they should put Cauley-Stein at the 5. Give us some fresh legs, rebounding, blocking shots. I mean, they got some pieces. McLemore at the 2. Hopefully his game is improved. And they still got Collison, who averaged 20 last year. I mean, they got some pieces. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win a lot of games. I don't even expect them to make the playoffs. But what I'm saying is, if they keep this core together for a little while, they can start making some noise. And they got Bellinelli, picked him up over the summer. He can shoot the 3. Caron Butler, his leadership, he can shoot it. And then they got little Seth Curry, not Steph, Seth. Now, he probably won't play a lot, but he can score at a high clip. And if he get in a game, watch him to put the ball up because he can score. So this Kings team is interesting, and I want to see what they do this season. And this is the part that I really couldn't wait for. My predictions for the NBA award winners at the end of the season. Now, I'm letting y'all know from the jump, I'm very indecisive. So some of these might have 2 because I just couldn't pick one. I was going to have to deal with it. All right, I'm going to give y'all real quickly who I think is going to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved, Coach of the Year, who I think is going to win the NBA Finals. All right, so let's get to it. We're going to start off with, let's do Rookie of the Year. I chose either Emmanuel Mudiay or Karl Anthony Towns. Mudiay because his team probably won't make the playoffs. He's a point guard. He'll be able to create a lot of opportunities for himself, and he can score. Karl Anthony Towns, he's the best player in this draft class, and his skill set alone should let him put up numbers to keep him in this race. What was I doing next? Most Improved, another one with 2. C.J. McCollum or Giannis Antetokounmpo. C.J. McCollum because the Blazers lost a lot of their scoring. He can light it up from downtown, so his minutes will jump, and his numbers should jump as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo, I said him because I think he's going to go from raw talent to a player who's really honed his skills, and he'll be able to help the Bucks all across the board. I just think his game will really improve, and his numbers will jump as well. Sixth Man of the Year, Isaiah Thomas for the Boston Celtics. He can score. He averaged 16.5 points last year. If you put up numbers like that, you're obviously going to be in this the race for Sixth Man of the Year. I think he'll take this one no problem. What's next? Defensive Player of the Year. This one was probably one of the toughest for an indecisive person like me, but I finally settled with one on this one. Anthony Davis. I think his athleticism averaged 3 blocks last year. He gets out in the passing lane, also gets steals. So I think he'll take this one. He'll also be in the MVP race, but I don't think he'll get that. MVP. I keep saying a lot. I'm trying to stop. So y'all let me know. All right, I'm trying to stop saying MVP race. I think it's going to be the same as last year, contrary to popular belief. Steph Curry, James Harden at the top. Whichever team has the best record, it'll go to that player. I just think that's how it's going to be. After Steph last night, I'm definitely not counting him out of the MVP race. And I haven't seen James Harden play, but we all know he's the best shooting guard in the league. So those two, I think, will go head-to-head with Durant, Westbrook, LeBron, Anthony Davis, all of those guys trailing behind. Did I say Westbrook? Yeah, Westbrook. I think I did. And then Coach of the Year and NBA Finals kind of go hand-in-hand for me. I think Coach Pop will win Coach of the Year. And the Spurs are going to win the NBA Finals because they just got that much better with LaMarcus Aldridge and David West coming over. Pop just knows how to get these teams together. He knows how to make them gel.
He knows how to rest them during the regular season, get them ready for postseason. It's going to be tough for the Spurs coming out the West, but I think they're going to do it, and they're going to beat the Cavs in the finals. And Tim Duncan's going to retire. Those are my predictions for the 2015-2016 NBA regular season. Today's play of the day comes from the Pistons-Hawks game last night. Andre Drummond on the putback dunk. It's pretty quick, but it was pretty nasty. Check it out.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. They did it. They forgot about Dre. Andre Drummond with the rebound throwdown off the miss, and we start the season off right with Andre.
And that's another wrap. You already know the deal. Like the video, comment, subscribe, share. I'ma say it every time. Just get used to it. But y'all have no reason to frown because the NBA is back. Tonight, the Lakers play the Timberwolves and the Spurs play the Thunder. Both of those games on ESPN, I think. So go watch it. I promise you, you'll be smiling like this all night. See y'all next time.
You don't see just how wild the crowd is. You don't see just how fly my style is. I don't see why I need a stylist when I shot so much I can speak Italian.